get into these fucking periods of time where I've got to fucking make shit, paint, constructing stuff, usually some sort of fucking ritual tools, because Oregon creation shit. But after putting them outside, my goddamn gnomes are so disrespected that they gotta have a white coat, and that's what I'm gonna do. Also, Pharaonic Dominator. This is the Pharaonic Dominator chess piece. He's gonna be number one because he's a fucking mess. You shouldn't have such upgrades and have just that dirty face still on. That's something's not right there. So I'm gonna fucking take my little bitty brush, put all the white paint on, and then go back later in and try to capture them eyes. You get them fucking eyes, then it's like you brought something to life. I don't know why it feels that that easy, because not everybody can do it. You make an eye, you put the life in the eye where you can see it and it looks alive. That motherfucker's alive. You will have inspirited it properly. If you don't want to do that, I can understand that. You know, gnomes are tricky little fucks. Sometimes they're not your friends. Maybe your relationship with gnomes ain't worth a fuck. I don't advise anyone just do it. Always go with your instincts. Consult the laws where you live. See what their laws about fucking gnome painting are. And don't violate them. Damn it. Where's your fucking brush? That's what I'm talking about. Where is my fucking brush? Probably sitting on it. I am. I have to paint. My room is put together. Motherfucker fucks with his room more than anyone else. I use it as a defense mechanism. I rotate my shit around, and somehow that works for me. I know what I'm doing it for. I don't always enjoy it. If certain things would chill the fuck out in the world, it would cause me to relax and not rotate my shit around. It's partially a feng shui thing. Another problem is that I just don't have enough space, having made the closet the grow room, taking all of my clothes out of there. I just got a new setup to where I can hang them up in the area over my bathtub that doesn't get to be a bathtub because it's too cracked and I'm too fat. I could seal it up, but it would just crack more, and I'm above the weight limit. I'm just not going to have a bathtub. It sucks. Fuck it. Got a shower thing. I like taking baths. I don't. If I had the choice between bath and shower, I'd take the bath. For real. Something about getting in the fucking hot water and fucking just chilling for a minute, cleaning up that way. I've always kind of liked better. I did like having the shower for a little while in the beginning, but now I can't stand it. My bathroom's all fucked up. I kind of got my toilet halfway resolved, but I think I need to change the toilet. I think it's fucked. But I've got a new plunger that's a smaller one, not the fucking power plunger, and that works. But if you're not careful, you turn the water back on to the tank, it'll be in order to where it'll fill up and stop. But if you don't watch it, you'll come back in there and there's clear water all over the floor. At least it's not shit water. But for some reason, it's a problem factory. I'm not a plumber. get that fucking established first. I am not a plumber. The basicness I know of plumbing is so basic. I don't pretend to know anything about plumbing, electrical either. Those are not my areas at all. This wild fucking piece of glue or something on this guy. It's gonna fuck, dude. I can't just rip it off. It'll probably rip his whole fucking wing off, and that's not what I want to do. My scissors are somewhere up above me, and I've got a towel on since I'm doing laundry. I'm not gonna stand up and chance it. Fucking, I got a clamp on my fucking towel so I can walk around without having any problems. There's nobody here, but that's just the way it is. That's where we're at. It's me and the cats. I'm gonna get up and get ready to go to work tomorrow, although I've not heard anything from my boss about it. I may not even have a job for all I know. But I'm not gonna be I don't believe that's the case. I think an overt more firing would be in order if I wasn't gonna have a job. I'm gonna get up like I best get the fuck up and be ready. That's usually the winning strategy with me. I've had problems though. That heat fucked me up. I'm getting older and I know it. I feel like I let them down because I don't know all the shit that they know, and I don't have it all. Even if I've done it one time, it doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking know it completely again. It took me fucking 15 years to get a badass handle on sheet metal. I didn't have it overnight. That was a lot of complicated, complex shit. It's the same thing with this stuff. Carpentry is the same fucking thing. It's all shit that I've not done to this degree. I've done some of it before with these guys, but every job is kind of different. So it's they have the experience and I don't. I do have something. All the fucking tools. I do have most of the tools. I have compressor, nail guns, all that shit I got inherited from my father's constructing business. So I do like to carry on the tradition. And I like to have that shit when we need to have it. Like if some of their shit's been fucked up, I've been able to bring mine and help out. So I'd like to think that I participated and been a good team member, but then again, from sometimes it feels like I'm being attacked or belittled or some shit. That could just be me, but I think we're all going through it a little bit in our own fucking personal ways. And that in times like that, you just need to chill the fuck out, lock focus on the most in front of you thing you can do, and just fucking do it. Don't complain and bitch. If you find yourself in a situation as I found myself in, where you got your own fucking people playing games with you, that's probably likely to happen once or twice in your life. It seems to, because dynamics with people where they have each other and you may be the odd one out, you run into that situation like in that sort of number thing. It's quite often going to be something people will experience. The the rocking of that, I kind of fixed it as much as I could. What I had to do was I couldn't get the thing to balance. That wasn't happening. I adjusted the rods, fucked with them, everything I knew to do. They have little isolators on it. I'm familiar with isolators. So I balance them out, get them all the same. Does that help? No. I just fucking lined it with foam so it wouldn't completely rock and break shit like crazy. It wants to, but it can't. Not with all that shit I put in there. Is that the right way to fix it? No, it is not. It is the way that it is fixed, though. It is mitigated. So I like having Mission Control back. I do. I don't know exactly what was the reason or whatever. I remember some stuff, but I'm not going to focus on it. But he was one of the people that I began to talk to of my subscribers, and I was his subscriber, and just began the whole YouTube thing. It's not like my channel's extremely large or anything like that, but I'm trying to grow it. He's trying to grow his. He's got people. We're all doing different shit. I don't know exactly what happened. But something happened, and it was like I felt attacked and gang stalked again, and I didn't care for that shit. I didn't understand why, what I had done. But like I said, I'm not going to focus on it. Try not to. It's just get behind. I'm happy to have someone back, even if they've, my perception, if I've been wronged or something, it's not in my nature to want to just cut someone out if I've had like good communicating with him. There was real deep ass fucking moments, like when you had the guy fucking think he's like, are you my dad? He had fucking experiences and shit that happened to him that when I heard them, it was as if they had happened to me. And that's the type of shit and people I like to gravitate towards and operate with, because that brings me into the unity I feel I'm supposed to be moving towards. The extremely difficult unity of us into the oneness, which is a very difficult thing to swallow sometimes, because people are so different and have such different views, and different days can fucking change what the fuck's going on. We're not all completely well in this place called Earth. This place is fucked up. It does a number on us. It doesn't give you the right to fucking just be batshit crazy, but you earn a little bit of leeway on account of that, I would think. Anybody that knows some of the factors, fuck. I don't know if he knows my dad died, but that's already passed. That was one of the more beautiful experiences, as sad as fucking it is to have him gone. It was one of those things that it felt so perfect to be able to do that. It felt like I had really agreed before life to have the time to do that, and it all played out. And it was like it just was one of those things, man. I don't want to think on it too much, because it'll upset me. He died right here, like not even 3 feet from where I'm at. That's not an easy thing to fucking juggle. I am profoundly emotional, not like a woman or some fucking weirdo, but my emotions are strong, and they can fucking do a number on me. They can do a number on anybody. And when I experience shit like that, I try to just let it happen without trying to hold it back too much or whatever. I like to see that certain things that maybe don't seem like they should have that real tear jerking effect on you. When it happens, it makes me feel good, because it tells me that I'm picking up on something that's necessary, and I've still got my sensitivity. Men don't really want to value that, and I think that's a great mistake. I think it's a big mistake. We don't all have to be hard asses. That doesn't make anybody a pussy. You know, if you're a pussy, you're a pussy. You know, we don't need men being pussies. We need a lot less of that. The young generation that's my kids' age and becoming the kids of my kids, they are some soft little fucks. They're having a hard time. I don't want to have a job. I don't understand why I've got to do this. If you watch her, I don't think anybody that, if any of you subscribers have TikTok, I don't think you should, but you can watch TikTok things like everyone else that sees the TikTok shit by someone who does commentary on it. You don't want that app on your phone. If you're mindful and you have any of the awareness that I've learned, you don't want that. Unless you want China fucking up in all your shit's business. I don't. I really don't. Hell, it could have been China that did fucking. It could have been. I doubt it. I'll tell you what's a real insight. When you get one of these planet apps where you can look at where the planets are in the AR viewer and it shows you the satellites, look at the satellites that are passing over you and see what they say. That's interesting. You're going to get a real fucking sense they're watching you. That thing's up there to look at me. What the fuck, dude? This place is counterintuitive as fuck. What they're spending money on, what efforts are being expended, it's all against us. And I guess it makes sense. So they are expecting something from us, huh? You know, I'm peaceful. I don't want to fuck the world up. I'm not like a criminal. I heard something very interesting about this mind control that they use in China, and it leaves the person with something called the ghost disease. The ghost disease, if confronted with the if you found it, like say you're the other person, and you found or triggered the person who has the ghost disease, they have no place to retreat into their mind. There's no happy place. There's no safe place to go to, and they will attack you. And it was said that that was very deliberate, that they went that way with it, and that is the mind control that the trans people have going on, and why a lot of the phenomenon is as it is, because they're led to believe that they are wanting to be genocided by everyone else, although none of us want to do that. They don't have the belief that that's not the case. It's part of that whole mechanism, because someone's indoctrinating them. If you don't know, that's not a organic phenomenon by any means. And then what they want to do to the children, I don't think anybody would have a problem with people being trans naturally. That's the society that we live in isn't. We have been hateful towards gay people, other races in the past. Every race has, but we get over it. We're not suffering from the type of racism at large that we used to, because people don't feel that. They don't feel that way. And if the left was honest about that and didn't have as a mechanism racism and division across the board for everyone and fear, then we wouldn't be in the shape we're in, I don't think. We're not even able to dialogue with the other side. They're not allowed to talk to us. You know, whatever the hell she was, the girlfriend I had, she said she was an Antifa. And when she said that, I was like, really? Really? I don't know. They hate Trump, and they have no knowing that it's like they don't even have an ability to even critically look at the guy and objectively, you know, make a choice on, hey, what he's doing is great. And somebody read, a black guy was actually reading the statistics on the growth and job unemployment rate and the money amount that black people, these are statistics. It's not like I'm being racist, so I don't want to hear it. It's so much more during Trump. Blacks got so much more, and I don't know what he did for that to happen, but I think it has to do with the economy and trying to make the economy fucking work, and not being like, okay, we're not going to have our energy. We're just not going to do it because we're going to save the world. You're not going to save the world. You're going to fuck your country. You can't just stop the energy when you haven't come out with the new thing yet. The new thing, the anti-gravity, why don't you just come out with that and then we can do this. Then we'll go green. But they don't want to do it like that. There's just so many fucked up things, dude.